Welcome to Wager Talk TV. I am Kelly Stewart, and today we are talking Major League Baseball prop betting with Tokyo Brandon. Yeah, that's right. The number one all sports profit 3 out of the last 4 years. He has made his backers 256 units during that time. Tokyo Brandon, we're going to get right into it. I want to know what props are available and which ones are going to make me money.
So there's two categories for prop betting in Major League Baseball. Unfortunately, Asian baseball doesn't do prop plays. So this is only for Major League Baseball, but I put it in two categories, hitter props and pitcher props. And I'm going to give you two pieces of advice for hitter props. The first piece of advice is never bet home run props in Major League Baseball. So I'm going to save you money by telling you not to do something. The reason is because if you take even one of the most elite home run hitters, which would be Ohtani, he hits about one home run for every 17 at bats. If you average that out, it's about one home run every 4 games. So it's a 25% chance that he's going to hit a home run. And if you do the math, that means for Ohtani home run props, you should get plus 300 for your money. But Ohtani props are never plus 300. They're always around plus 180. Plus 300 should be for elite batters, and for sub-elite batters, you should get at least plus 500. But the books will never give you that much. So home run props are sucker bets, so you should stay away from them. That's my first piece of advice. Second piece of advice is regarding hitter props. Always bet hits, runs, RBIs rather than total bases. And the reason I say that is because with total bases, if your batter gets walked, it doesn't count for a total base. The only way you can get a total base is to get a hit. With hits, runs, and RBIs, if your batter walks, he can still score a run, which can count towards your prop. So regarding hitter props, those are my two pieces of advice.
All right, let's get into some of those pitcher props. These are where things get a little convoluted for me as a non-baseball follower, but I know there's money to be made. Where should we be looking in these pitcher propositions?
So baseball is the ultimate one-on-one sport. So no matter what you're doing, any time of the game, it's always pitcher versus batter. It's not really a team versus a team. So this is where I make a lot of my money, as I've been the number one capper at WagerTalk for 3 of the last 4 years. I make most of my money on pitcher props. The two main pitcher props are strikeouts, over-under in strikeouts, and over-under in outs recorded. So I've made most of my money in outs recorded. I'll give you just a quick tutorial on what outs recorded is. Basically, how many outs is he going to record? There's 3 outs per inning. Most outs recorded props are either 15 or 16. So 15 and a half over under. If you divide that by 3, that's 5. So you're betting whether the pitcher will pitch into the 6th inning or not. So that's really the crux of the bet, is whether your pitcher is going to pitch into the 6th inning. But for some really good pitchers like Corbin Burns, those props will be a little bit higher, like 18 and a half. So if you divide 18 by 3, you get 6. So will he finish 6 innings and pitch into the 7th inning? I know it sounds a little complicated, and I'm not a math person, believe me. I did scout for Major League Baseball for a decade, but I am not a math person by any means. But I did make a lot of my profit last year being number one at WagerTalk by doing these pitcher strikeouts and props. So bet them with me. You don't have to know the math. You can just follow my advice.
That's great stuff, Brandon. Really quickly, before we let you go, right now we have a deal over at WagerTalk.com for new subscribers. Let me know how they can get a 3-day all-access pass.
Yeah, it's a 3-day all-access pass discounted. If you use the code TB3, I'm Tokyo Brandon, that would be TB. 3 days is 3. Very easy to remember code. You can use that year long, and you can hop on board with the number one capper 3 of the last 4 years. Going into baseball season, it'd be a great time to use it. So use that code any time of the year for 3-day access at a huge discount.
Thank you to Brandon at Tokyo_Brandon there on X. Make sure you guys are giving him a follow. He gives out tons of great information there, as well as here on our Wager Talk YouTube channel. Again, number one in profit 3 of the last 4 years. You cannot pass up his information.